Now, from Into Tomorrow, this is an ITTV special report.
Your imagination is driving the visual computing industry. Our next guest can help you unleash your visual adrenaline. You've been hearing me say that on the program throughout the day today. Visual adrenaline in action. And that's what it's all about in the Intel exhibit. The marketing director for the Intel Software and Services Group, the folks behind all this excitement here at GDC, Jeff Abbate. Jeff, as always, welcome Into Tomorrow.
Thank you, Dave. Great to be here.
It's always a pleasure to have you with us, and you guys with your visual adrenaline. What the heck is that, first of all?
Well, you know, this is one of the most exciting conferences for us because this is where the game developers come to really show off what they can do on the PC and on other platforms. What we're all about is to help them get the most out of Intel's processors and technologies so that when you play those games, they are visually stunning. They feel real, they act real, and they look real.
So thus visual adrenaline, because you are pumped.
That is what we're talking about.
Exactly. And there's a whole lot of that going on in your exhibit. Of course, we invite our audience to be sure and catch this week's ITTV video, but we also have video of all of the interviews again this week on the program, so you can swing by the site and click on all the links and see the products we're talking about, see a lot of the games and the cool things that our staff is doing here at GDC, but you'll see the visual adrenaline in action, especially here in the Intel exhibit, where you've got kiosks from all kinds of partners doing some very cool things, and they're not all just showing how cool their game might be on the processors, but showing some real behind-the-scenes neat stuff.
Absolutely. In fact, a lot of the folks that are here have been working for a while to really show off what we unveiled here at the show, which is our newest member of the Core processor family, the Core i7 Extreme Edition.
That's the one with 12 brains.
Oh, it's amazing. It's got 6 processing cores. It's got 12 threads. Now, you might say, well, everything's just going to work better. Well, it may. But our job as a software team, as a visual adrenaline team, is to work with developers so that they can get the most out of those cores and those threads so that they design their games to use them all.
Yeah.
And the result is stunning. So some of the folks in the booth are showing off things like the newest game from the Sega team, the Creative Assembly team, Napoleon, where you can actually see a difference when you play on this newest processor. Other stuff going on. We have tools for developers. And we're even helping folks take their development skills to the new netbook platforms that are based on our tiny Atom processor. So across the board, we're saying, you know, whether you're working on our newest small platform or the highest end, there's development resources for you. You can bring games to those platforms and really take advantage of it.
And Jeff, I'm glad to hear you talk about that. It's not just a matter of, yeah, the processor is faster, so things are going to just play nicely and so forth. It's really about the behind-the-scenes stuff, those 12 threads, those 12 brains, if you will, really taking all of the various things that need to be done, all the various processing, and multitasking for your games, for example, or your video editing, for example, or all the other cool things that can be done, and saying, I'll handle this part, let the other 11 do that stuff, and etc. So it really comes into play. That, of course, and a great graphics processor, great graphics card is needed too, but really gets the big picture.
Yes, and the trick is it doesn't just come naturally for you to be able to think about literally 12 virtual processors and how you distribute all your workload to give a great experience. So that's what we're all about here. And you mentioned graphics. You know, a lot of games are designed to scale. So if you look out in the booth and you see the preview of Blizzard's new StarCraft 2 game, the amazing thing is it'll scale with your system. If you want to take that game on the go, you can play it on a mainstream Core i5 mobile machine with Intel HD graphics. It's going to give you a good experience. You go out on the show floor, see it on the big screen running on the new Core i7 Extreme, you're going to go, wow. But the good thing is we don't want people to sacrifice. We want these great new games to scale, and that's what we help these developers do.
Sure, and at a cost of about $1,000, the new Core i7 is not something everybody can run out and get right now. Maybe something you work towards, you're saving towards that, and by all means, you want the best of the best, that's what you're going to get. But in the meantime, it is important to know that these things will work properly and scaled appropriately. You mentioned earlier the new Napoleon game, Total War more. And, of course, Jeff and his team have provided us with several digital download coupons for our audience. And all you need to do is participate on the program the next few weeks, and you may very well win one. So let us know when you participate if that's something you're after, and we'll get you one of those download keys. This is pretty cool, so to allow you to maybe surpass Napoleon. We'll find out if you can do that. And, of course, when we talk visual adrenaline, you got to be sure and bring up things like Ruse, waging a world war using a PC's touchscreen, just as one example of the kinds of things being shown here.
You know, the amazing thing, right, the folks at Ubisoft have shown a demo on the floor here where Ruse, you touch the screen, it zooms from sky level down to the playing field, the battlefield.
It's like you're at a coffee table sort of overlooking this incredible game right through the clouds and onto the field.
It is an amazing demo.
And, of course, all done with the right processing power and speed and adrenaline, if you will.
Yes, indeed.
What else has got you pumped here at GDC? I know you got so many things going on.
Yeah, what's not to like? Actually, the show has been just hopping. And, you know, we love our developers. When we see what's going on, we feel like the PC gaming industry is just vibrant, and that's what's got us excited.
As well it should. And there's a whole lot more into tomorrow, if you will, with this the gaming end of things involving PCs. More and more folks wanting to take it on the go, whether it's a netbook and maybe the Atom processor doing the job, or whatever thing you've got, desktop and laptops and all the other cool things that might be available. You want to check out all the Intel Visual Adrenaline and see what Jeff and his team from the Software and Services Group are up to. No rest for the weary, because every time we talk, you guys are always doing cool new things with many partners. So keep up the good work. We'll keep talking about it.
Thank you, Dave.
Jeff Abbate, always fun to have on. Of course, Intel.com for more information. Thanks for letting us take over a big chunk of your booth, too, for us to do our broadcast today.
Happy to have you.
We're back with more from San Francisco. I'm Dave Graveline. It's the Game Developers Conference this week on Into Tomorrow, right here on the Advanced Media Network.